Good evening, my name is Jakayla, and today I'm going to explain some very important points of the IEP process. My first point is parent guardian involvement. Parent guardian involvement is very important because they are the child's biggest advocate. They're the child's biggest representative, and they can also inform us on the services and the things that are happening outside of school. The second point is the referral process. Um, it's your first form of evaluation, and you have to be referred by a school personnel or a parent. Um, this is the step that you go through before you go through the evaluation process. Which is the next point, before going into the evaluation process, you must send a letter of consent to the parent. After the letter is sent to the parent, then that's when you will go through the evaluation process. Normally, that's conducted within 60 days of when the consent letter was sent, or within your state's required time. Your next step and my next point is eligibility. This determines if the child has a disability. So during the IEP meeting, they ask two questions. One question is if the child has a disability, and the second question is does that disability affect that child academically and functionally? If the IEP team answers yes during this time, then that's when they would decide that the child does need those provided services, and the child has a disability. There are 7 components that you have to discuss during the IEP process. Your present level of academic performance basically describes and summarizes your academic and functional skills. Your second is challenging ambition and measuring goals, which is a 12-month period. You go through an IEP every 12 months. You go through one yearly, basically to go over your current goals and to go over your next year's goals. Your description of special education and related services are basically your services that the school provides to the student. Your methods of measuring and reporting progress. Basically, it measures between 4 and 9 weeks of the student's timing, and it measures the goals and see if they're progressing or regressing, and that information is sent home to the parent via progress report or report card. The explanation of extent, it basically explains in a letter stating why this child cannot be in a general education class or an inclusive setting due to their severe disabilities. The statement of the student, basically it's knowing the participation level of the child, knowing how much they would participate and how much they would not participate, or even if they're able to participate. The data service is basically, you have 3 parts: service initiation, the frequency, and the location. Service initiation is basically when would the services start, and once the IEP team says that they have a disability, it should start as soon as possible. Frequency is basically how much the child needs these provided services, and location means that where would these services be provided to this child or this student. The expectations of communication during an IEP, after and before, is very, very important it helps the teachers know what's going on outside, and it helps the parents know what's going on inside. That way they're able to get together and discuss at an IEP meeting, or just the parent and the teacher, or the guardian and the teacher gets together and discuss a way that they can alleviate the situation, or alleviate the problem that is going on at home and in the school area. Ethics, you have to hold yourself accountable for everything that you do. You have to hold yourself responsible. Um, you have to uphold all the procedures, all the laws and regulations, to be able to be a special education teacher, and making sure that the IEP progress and process goes the correct way. Also, so you can know that you're providing the children with the correct services. You got to be honest. Um, honesty is very important. Integrity is very important. Um, about your performance, letting them know, how you performed, and even if you know that you can do better, you have to let them know and be honest about the things you've performed, things you've completed, and also, acknowledge others when they help you, or acknowledge others when they are performing well also. So these are my very important steps, points, an opinion about the IEP process. Thank you for watching. Have a good day.